Adding knurling to your 3D prints might seem like it's rather difficult, but it's actually way simpler than you could have ever imagined. If you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Cole Hansen. This is Print Repeat, and you're watching a series known as Tinker Academy. Today, we're going over how to add knurling and designs to any of your 3D prints with just a few simple steps. Today, we're going to be using a program known as TinkerCAD, and with that being said, let's get into it. All right, so we have made it into our computer. Let's go ahead and open up a web browser and then hop into our TinkerCAD dashboard. Now, this is going to be a pretty fast video because it's very simple, so follow along at your own pace. If you need to slow it down, just go ahead and slow it down just a little bit. Go ahead now and create your very own design. I'm going to hop over here into my pre-made knurling design. And if you think this is pretty simple and pretty easy because we have a cylinder, trust me, it is. And I promise you it works for any 3D solid design that you have. All you gotta do is follow these simple steps. So I'm gonna go ahead and slide my cylinder over here. I'm gonna bring a new one onto my work plane and I'm gonna make it 60 tab by 60. And then I'm gonna make it 60 tall. From here, all we're gonna do is go ahead and increase all the sides so it's nice and smooth. And the last thing we need is a square. We're gonna make our square 80 millimeters wide by 0.5 millimeters long. 0.5 millimeters long, and then we're gonna make this crazy tall, like 120 tall. Reason why is because we want it to be completely covering the entire center of our cylinder. We're gonna align everything by highlighting it, clicking the L button on our keyboard, and aligning it length, width, and height-wise. Now what we're gonna do is re-click on our little square that we have right here, a little plate, and we're gonna rotate it at the bottom. We're gonna rotate it at the top first. Not to 45 degrees, but somewhere inside it. So I'm just gonna go, let's go 38 degrees right there. That seems just about perfect. And then what we're gonna do is rotate it at the bottom. We're gonna click Control D, rotate it. I would say probably, let's go 10 degrees. I wanna see what that looks like. So we're gonna go 10 degrees and see what kind of knurling that creates. Now I'm just gonna click Control D. And notice, it rotates it another 10 degrees for our new plane. And I'm gonna go all the way around and hold that Control D down until I get right back to where I started from. Boom, perfect. Now that it's been completely covered, all I'm gonna do now is turn my original cylinder into a hole, click Control D so I can duplicate it and drag the original one over, and then group everything together, Control G, and wait. Sometimes this takes a long time, sometimes it's rather fast. It just depends on how much TinkerCAD needs to process. Now I'm gonna turn my original whole cylinder back to a solid. I'm gonna line everything back up, L to align its center here, align its center there, and align its center there. And then now what we're gonna do is just take our original cylinder and make it 61 wide and 61 long. Line it all up again. Boom, boom. And then from there, all we need to do is turn our lattice into a hole and then group it all together. Boom, Control G. And with that, guys, you have a perfectly formed knurling. Now, all you need to do and know is the difference in size that you make your plate, and then the angle that you turn it at is going to change the size and the shape of your knurling, whether you need to be tighter or wider or rougher. You can make that cylinder just a little bit bigger so it cuts even deeper. But with that, that is the easiest, simplest, and fastest way you can create knurling with TinkerCAD. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, please. Subscribe so you guys can see more. Click that bell icon, and then I will see you guys in the next one. Appreciate you.